Welcome to Bourbon, Whiskey, and Scotch. I am Stone. Today we're doing another Women Wednesday. And we got Miss Sydney today.
Hello.
How you doing? Are you nervous?
No, I'm not nervous. Why?
So, I always get nervous. And so today we featuring 3 drinks. Chris Moss picked them out. And from y'all's right to left, I guess it will be the 12-mile limit right here, closer to see it. And then it'll be the Artist Special and the Washington Rebel.
Yep.
I'm not going to try to remember what's all in this stuff.
Oh, Lord.
And so all 3 drinks do got history. And so I will look up the history again to and put a pop-up so y'all can pause it to read the history, especially with the 12-mile run. That one stuck out to me, that story that he told me. So I'm gonna definitely try to find that one and post that so y'all can read on it. Are you excited about trying these drinks?
Yeah.
So usually, I don't know if you watched one or not, one of our Women Wednesdays. So I was in here one day and I got to looking at the mixed drinks they had.
Mm-hmm.
They have a lot of them with bourbon in it, a couple with whiskeys, and some with scotch. And in my situation, most of the ladies I've been around stick to their vodkas and gins and rums, tequilas, especially tequila. And I wanted to see if women would get more open to drinking mixed drinks with bourbons.
Sure.
And so that's why I started Women Wednesday.
Yeah.
And it's been popping ever since. It's I like it. And so, what's your usual drink of choice?
Well, I mean, it's pretty spot on. So, obviously, I've been bartending since I was 20 in a day. And it was always tequila. You go to college, and when you're at college, you buy the cheapest thing. You buy
Facts.
So you buy tequila. Everybody gets tequila shots, and that's kind of the thing. You don't really get experienced in bourbon, especially at a young age, because it's so expensive, and you don't know. I don't want to buy something that's going to be out of my price range, out of my palate range, and then hate it, and then I've got $50 sank in a bottle of bourbon that I'll never touch again.
Right.
So you go for the cheap stuff. You go for the familiar stuff, and that's typically clear, vodka, rum, tequila. And so I typically drank tequila growing up. Which as an adult, I drink beer, tequila, just something easy, something that I know. And I bartended I'm almost 27, so I bartended for close to 5 or 6 years. And like you said, with women, that's typically what they go for. That's typically what I've known to serve. So therefore, whenever they've asked me, what's your favorite drink? I don't really know what to recommend.
Right.
So all the other bars that I've worked in before, it's been a kind of a struggle with women when they're like, I want to try something new. I want to try something, and I'm like, other than a dirty martini, girl, So then when I started working here, it's been almost 2 years ago. I basically told Anthony and Chris, I was like, I really want to learn more than, what I'm used to. So they opened me up to a lot of bourbons. They had me, what we called Mixology Monday. We started that a really long time ago. It was basically, I started working here close to, I think it was September, October. And Monday nights, it was cold out, it was rainy, it was slushy, it was sometimes icy. And we started Mixology Monday, where I would come in and we'd be kind of slow, and Anthony would basically just go, what do you think about that? Tell me the notes, tell me the flavors, and he'd be like, all right, now this is what this is. This is a rye, this is a wheated, this is a this. So he really honestly opened my eyes to try some gin, try some whiskey, try some bourbon, try some scotch, But even then, I still am not as educated enough as I should be on bourbon. So I felt as though, this is a good opportunity to kind of drink something else and learn a couple different things.
And it's and I'm still learning.
Oh yeah.
I'm interested.
Like the fact that we picked scotch is interesting to me, because I'm not a scotch person. I'm not used to it. But we'll see. We'll give it a go.
And I forget which one got scotch in it.
All of them. These are all scotch.
So Washington Rebel has blended apple brandy, scotch lime juice, and the 12 Mile has Bonded Rye, aged rum, VSOP cognac, and lemon juice.
Oh, cognac.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the
Artist special.
special?
We are still looking that one up. That seems like something he just came up.
He make that up? Oh,
Yeah.
good. But I know it's a Scotch because I'm pretty positive he said they're all Scotch drinks tonight.
And so how many bars have you bartended at?
I started bartending, really awkward side gig. I was in college wanting some extra money, and I ended up in a sorority. And it was like the thing. There was a bunch of sorority girls and fraternity guys that were all friends that every single year they would go work the Kentucky Derby as just like a plain Jane server.
Mm-hmm.
They would go basically, do you want a Coke? Can I get that out of your way type of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I met up with a bunch of women there that worked at Churchill Downs regularly, that they do the Derby every year, and they allowed me to help serve. So I started working at Churchill, which is a crazy experience because you've got, your Derby goers, your Oaks Derby, high dollar spending. So they're drinking very, very respectably priced liquor that I would never purchase for myself. So that was a one way to kind of jumpstart, throw me to the wolves, if you will,
Right.
into the bourbon category. And then once I worked there in Louisville, there was a couple of little restaurants that I served at, but it wasn't anything crazy in Louisville. And then I've done a couple of private events just for some friends that have businesses or events around town in Louisville. I've bartended there, served there. But the majority of my actual bartending days started when I moved back here. I worked at Bourbon Boutique for a little while, and then kind of took a break from that to kind of focus on my career for a little while. And then now I'm working here. I work here. We're starting to fade it back in. I worked here for about a year, and then I had some stuff in my family going on, so I had to kind of lay off the hours a little bit. But we're back in full swing, and I started 2 weekends ago, just Fridays and Saturdays, but I'm hoping to kind of get some more days in there and start getting some more hours here because I love it here.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
And so even though you ain't familiar with bourbon, so did the other bars have as much bourbon and mixed drinks as here?
Bourbon selection, well, no. I was going to try and no. I mean, I heard Chris say to someone that today, just in liquor in general, he's got 307 bottles sitting on the shelves.
Yeah.
So as far as bourbon goes, I mean, it's an unmatched opportunity, unmatched. And on top of that, he's always willing, if you say, hey, I tried this at this location and I really liked it. Is there any way that you can either purchase this alcohol for me, or can you try to make a drink similar? They're very good about altering and adapting what they have. Or if they have a cocktail on the menu that's not doing so well or that's not selling very well, he's so good about going, you know what, let's try something else. Let's update our menu. Let's see what the customers want.
Right.
He's all about education. He's all about making sure that, his clients are comfortable and understand what they're drinking and the heritage, where it comes from. And that's one thing I really love about Chris and Anthony both. They have such a passion. They have such a passion, not only making the drinks, serving the drinks, educating about the drinks. Because he has taught me to be such a better bartender and consumer of alcohol, to know kind of appreciate different flavors and how flavors meld together. And so I really think Oak has kind of got it down pat.
Yeah, I love it, especially now because I used to come in here and do flight after flight after flight. Chris picked me one, Anthony picked me one, and so now when I sit down and want to try something new, we actually got to look through and be like, dang, what have you tried? What have you not tried?
I know. So, that was kind of a fun game we played at the beginning of me working here, was how many drinks could I check off the menu and see how many things I could try before they did a menu 2.0 or whatever. And I got through a lot of them, and I was really proud of myself because I had ventured out into the gin. I'd ventured into, different vodka things because vodka's all right, but I hadn't really ventured into the bourbon category. But at the time, their bourbon cocktails were like 5-6 of them. So once you've had all 6, he's like, well, let me think of something else I can do.
Right.
So then that's when we got to have fun playing, with Halloween drinks and Christmas drinks, and we We just have fun with it here.
Yeah, and they know that stuff, and they know their history.
Yeah.
That's what I love about bourbon too, and it's what piques my interest. It's a lot of history with most of these bourbons, most of these distilleries, and these people, and it's I love it, man. And so, are you ready to try these drinks?
Sure. Which one we doing?
Which one you starting with?
Let's just go down the line.
Go ahead.
Are you trying them with me?
I will.
Okay. What is this one? 12 mile limit?
Yep, it's 12 mile limit.
Get my napkin. Oh, that's good.
It's sweet.
Mildly. Kind of tart. It's not bad though.
It's hard.
A little, yeah. It's kind of citrusy.
That is tart.
It doesn't have a lot of bite though.
It don't,
What was the alcohol in this one, G? Do you remember?
but it is tart.
12 mile limit.
12 hours in the bonded rye.
Bonded rye. The rye.
That's North VSOP cognac.
Okay, it's got cognac in it.
I wonder which rye he used.
We'll have to ask him. I don't know. One of our really good friends that was just in here, he loves this one.
Really?
He loves this one.
So he ordered it all the time?
Yes, they made it. This is a cocktail that they put on the menu a couple months ago. And our good friend, he really, really liked them. He texted us after his day, his night here, and was like, "You guys have to try the 12 mile limit. It's so good." So I don't mind that one.
It's good. It's very tart.
I don't prefer things that tart,
But
but it's good.
I will drink it, but it probably would be my first choice.
Right. I'm really excited about this one.
Really?
Yes, because I love apple brandy. Apple brandy and something else. I can't remember.
This one is the
Washington,
apple brandy
yeah.
and the Scotch lime juice.
Grenadine and meringue.
All right.
Grenadine is the cherry syrup, and meringue is the egg whites.
So since cherry syrup, so that's one of the syrups they made in house, right?
Depends. I don't know if Anthony makes in-house grenadine. I don't know if they've
I know
done
he's
that.
all his syrups made in house. So
They've done. They might. I don't know about the grenadine.
that's dope.
I know they do their Demerara, their Turbinado. They do their Orgeat. They do a lot of the stuff here, but I'm not sure about grenadine. I'm sure they do though if they make everything else in house.
Right. You
Which
ready for
one?
the next one?
Yep.
Which one? You want to save this for
No,
last?
I'm gonna save that one for last.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do artist special.
So the artist special.
We do not.
The artist special ain't in there at all. Did you look at?
Not in the menu.
I look local.
So he must not got it on the menu yet.
So be careful.
I like that one better.
Really?
I like this one better than that one.
Already.
Yep,
Let's see.
for sure. It's still tart, but it's not.
It's not as tart though.
It's good, isn't it?
Yeah, and I feel like it's stronger.
Oh, he went for 2 drinks.
That's winning right now.
No, that one's good.
That's winning right now.
This one's good. Artist special. I don't know what's in it. We'll have to ask Chris. We can put it below. Put it in the text. No, it's good.
Yeah, I like it.
That's very good.
Yeah,
That does taste stronger to me.
it is. And they got a better backing.
I wonder if he proofed it up with something.
I don't know. It'd be a good question
That's
to
very
ask.
good. That's very good.
I'll probably ask.
Very good.
You ready for the next one?
Yeah. This is the one I'm
The
excited.
Washington Rebel. Thank you.
Oh goodness
Appreciate you.
gracious.
No, not right now. Thank you.
Ooh. Ooh, I don't know.
It's your favorite?
Yeah.
Even with I thought she was gonna.
I know. I like apple brandy, but that is amazing.
It's another level.
That one's good. This is it though.
Oh,
This is my favorite. Surprisingly.
she likes the artist special.
And what's ridiculous is I like that one the best and we don't know what's in it. That's not.
Yeah,
It's not in there. Oh,
Our special has bonded bourbon, dry sherry lemon, and house brand.
it's good. It's my
It is
favorite
good. It's
out of
my-
the three.
That's my favorite too. This one though, I don't know what's. I'm starting to feel it. Whatever's in that right here,
Yeah,
kicked my buzz off. That's my second one.
brandy probably.
That's my second one. It's good.
What's your favorite? Tell me. Come on.
The middle. It's the artist special.
We're gonna have to ask Chris.
I will set here because it's not sweet. It's strong enough that I can enjoy it.
Yep.
And I will sit here and drink those all night.
Honestly, I think what kicks it for me as second favorite under this one is I don't love the traditional cocktails with the egg white meringue.
Mhm.
My husband loves a New York sour. He loves them. It is a whiskey sour with a
Mhm.
red wine float on top.
Ooh.
And he loves them.
Mhm.
And I love them, the flavor profile, but I just cannot get around the thickness of the meringue. And I know people are like, that's tradition, that's the traditional cocktail. I don't know. I mean, they make some here that have the meringue on top, that's delicious.
Mhm.
One of their classics is the Saban's Delight. It's like a key lime pie with a frothy meringue top. It's amazing. It's a vodka-based drink.
I'm about to try that one because I like.
You need to try it. It's really good.
But it's
I
gonna be
mean,
off camera, but I will try that.
you need to try it because I mean, it's it's up there with their old fashioned. I mean, it's the best.
Yeah, that's saying a lot.
If
up there with the old-fashioned.
if we have sold 500 old fashions, I can guarantee you we have sold 500 to 600 Saban's Delights.
Really?
Like they are equal in there.
And see,
And
last
that's
week.
typically how it goes when you're brand new.
Right.
People, the men and women will come in as a couple. Tell me something. I've never been here before.
Mm.
You need to try the old fashioned, and you need to try the Saban's Delight. Like it's one of our specials.
Huh.
Yep.
And I said I put the scofflaw right there with the old fashioned.
See, there was a lady that came in on Friday, and she tried one,
Mhm.
and she was like, "Woo!" And then she over and over and over, she was very, very pleased with the scofflaw, and I've never had it before, so I'm intrigued.
You should have said that.
But you said you've already reviewed it.
I did, but see last week I reviewed. It was the scofflaw, the revolver, and the renewal. And see, the week before that we had the renewal.
Have
It
you ever
was
done a
just
Remus
all shit.
Revenge on the show? I love Remus
What's
Revenge.
is it? Is it bourbon in it?
Yeah, it's Remus Revenge. It's Remus.
Is it a bourbon? It's a bourbon I ain't
Help me.
had. So
Help me.
I never heard of Remus.
Cask strength bourbon, Benedictine, walnut liqueur, Aperol, and house syrup. But it is. I will show you. Remus Heist Rye 109, I believe.
So it's a rye. Well, if you want,
It's a very high proof, but it's very good.
but if you
But
want to, since you ain't had the scofflaw, the next time you are free and want to do another Woman Wednesday,
Okay.
we will feature the scofflaw again
And Remus.
and Remus if you want to.
Okay.
And if you
If we're
want to do
doing three, then I'll add the Green River Mud in there.
facts. I was. What's all in that? 'Cause I was coming today.
That's what I thought we were
gonna do.
doing. That's what I thought we were doing. But Chris was trying to give us some options.
Mhm.
Green River Mud is a random creation by the Anthony Hayes here at Open Match. We like to play on our Mixology Monday, even though it's Wednesday. And 3 Wednesdays ago, I don't remember, we were sitting up here, and one of my favorite weeded bourbons that they introduced me to is actually Green River Weeded. It's a sweeter bourbon. It's delicious. It is delicious.
We like.
They put it in our old fashioned for me, and it's one of my favorites. But the other day I said, I want something to warm me up. I want something different that I've not had before. And he was like, well, what are you thinking? And I said, I want an espresso martini because I love coffee, but I don't know. Like I want something different. And he said, what is that bourbon, that you like? And I said, the Green River Weeded. And he was like, all right, hang on. So honestly, what's in it, I couldn't tell you. I'm pretty positive it's Green River Weeded. If he does an espresso liqueur, it might be the Mr. Black espresso liqueur, or he uses, I think it's Luxardo espresso. Maybe espresso blend coffee, maybe house syrup. I'm not positive. I'm not positive on the exacts, but it is delicious. It's basically a bourbon coffee drink. He might put either Frangelico or Irish cream in it. Might have Bailey's in it. But it's an espresso cocktail with the Green River Wheated. It is absolutely delicious.
I'm about to try that too.
It is delicious.
Because-
And I love an espresso martini,
Mhm.
but the bourbon kind of takes it up a level. I'm one in the winter, what I like to do, like bourbon cream in my coffee at home.
Mhm.
So it just, I don't know. You have to ask Anthony. We'll have to pull him back here one day.
We will.
And he called it the Green River Mud, I think, is what he named it.
And so it's funny. Friday, y'all tune in. Will be our Green River flight. We did a Green River flight, and
Okay.
that was the Wheated was my favorite.
Yes.
Do you remember which one you picked?
They might have to drive.
You like the round?
No, we gonna get it.
So we both had to read. We got to go back. I got to go back and look.
Green River Wheated. And that's one of those things like
It's a good weed.
Anthony and Chris have both taught me so much about, you know, a low ball bourbon that tastes like a high ball bourbon, a high ball bourbon that tastes like a low ball bourbon.
Oh, Fitzgerald Proud.
Yep. And so they kind of taught me my baselines to tell people. And Green River Wheated was one of them that was kind of, you know, a middle of the line bourbon. It was delicious.
I just bought it at I went to Liquor Barn in Danville. I'm sorry, and I bought it. It was $36.
Which is not terrible.
It's not.
It's not
that's
terrible.
not bad. You talk to the guy. I would pay $60 for a fifth, $80 for a fifth, and don't think I'm wasting my money.
Yeah.
I love bourbon, so
Yep.
to find something in the 30s, in the 30 range, in the 40 range, I will buy that all day.
Yeah.
And I went through that bottle pretty quickly.
But that's one thing I recommend, you know, in light of the video and what you all are doing here. That's one thing I recommend to women that are kind of timid around alcohol.
Mhm.
Come to a bar, get a flight, pick a bunch of crazy stuff off the menu, try some stuff. There is a very, very high dollar bourbon, the Joseph Magnus cigar blend.
I haven't had that one.
God.
So you had the cigar blend?
Yes, I have.
So I had Joseph Magnus.
And it's phenomenal.
I have not had the cigar blend.
It is phenomenal.
They was already out of it by the time I came
We
around.
have to get a tasting whenever we leave.
It's not. They ain't got it.
Yes, they do.
Not the cigar blend. They got the regular Joseph Magnus. They've been looking for the cigar blend.
Who? Here?
Yes,
They had it last weekend on Friday.
they out of it.
You a lie.
They got the regular Joseph.
That's my
Magnus.
favorite. That is my favorite bourbon I have ever had. And most people are like, well, the smokiness, you know.
Mm-hmm. And see, I like the regular Joseph Magnus. And he said that the cigar blend, it ain't got nothing on
It
cigar
tops
blend.
it
So I've been
completely.
wanting to try it, and they can't get it back
Oh
in
my
yet.
God, it's my favorite.
So
It is my favorite.
I almost pulled the ticket last weekend,
We need to do it as soon as we need to check with them. Because as soon as it's back in, we need to try it.
and I will, because I need to try it. I want to try it, but I found Joseph Magnus in Liquor Barn Denver for right at $100.
And what's crazy to me is like, that's what's so cool about this experience is I would have never known.
Right.
You know, I would have never known that I liked it that much.
Fact.
But it's so good. Like it is one of my favorite. Sit down, have a drink, talk to somebody, just neat. You know, and I've never been like, I'm a girl that drinks, you know, bourbon neat,
Right.
because that has never been my MO ever. I never saw myself drinking an old fashioned, let alone, you know,
Right.
whiskey poured straight out of the bottle, bourbon poured straight out of the
And
bottle.
that's why I love bars, because before you pull a ticket on a $100 bottle, $200 bottle, some of these bottles go for $600-$700. Before you pull the
Taste
ticket
it.
on it, go to your local bar and taste it,
Yep.
because you might not like it. You know what I'm saying? You might not like it. That just for instance,
I'm getting this again.
the Bookers, drink all you want. The Bookers. No, yeah, the Bookers. I can't stand it. That's a damn near $100, $150,
very
$200
expensive.
bottles, and I don't.
And it is
I do
spicy.
not like it. It's hot.
Boy, it burns.
Yes.
And that's also something I learned. I've always heard Bookers.
Yeah.
And I was like, sure, Anthony. He said, which one you want to try one night? And I said, that one. Bookers. I've heard all good things.
I don't like it. I will not spend my
burnt
money.
me up, and I was
Now,
like,
Little
that's,
Bookies. Have you tried that one?
which one?
The Little Bookies. Or Little Bookies, yeah.
No, probably not.
That one's better.
Probably not.
It's not as hot.
I've tried. They let me try Joseph Magnus. They let me try one of the higher Evan Williams. Maybe it was one of Casey's favorites.
18 year?
Yeah, I don't remember. Chris's wife Casey has one that she really likes, and I tried that one. I've tried a Johnny Walker. That one was pretty hot, from what I remember.
I haven't tried that yet.
I've tried one of the Wellers,
Which one?
green or blue.
Okay. So the green is the special
Green
reserve.
rye, no special reserve.
Yeah. The blue one is the foolproof, which we did not like.
There was one that I did not like.
The foolproof is nasty.
Yeah.
It was nasty. 12 years good. Black label.
One of my good friends actually likes the monkey shoulder scotch. They let me try that.
You like it? I ain't like it.
I wasn't a fan.
It's an aftertaste.
I was not a fan.
It was the initial aftertaste for me.
Yeah.
I did not
But
like it.
all in, like, I just appreciate the fact that I can come into a bar like this, and I've made friends with Anthony and Chris and some other people in the bar enough to go, hey, I'm never going to pay this much money to try that right there on my own.
Right.
And they're like, for experimentation purposes only.
Yep.
And they'll let you, they'll let you do a small flight tasting. They'll let you do things where you would never get to try that stuff in a
Because
regular
mind you,
day.
when you come in here and you see the prices, most of the prices are for doubles.
I'm pretty positive a double shot of Joseph Magnus Cigar Blend is $60, and I guarantee you, if I'd come in here to try something and saw that, I'd be like, not that.
But what people don't realize, when you see the prices, that's for a double, and so you can do a single, which is half the price, and they also
do a tasting.
do quarters. It's a tasting.
Yep.
And so it's for a quarter of the price, and so don't let the price.
You can do a tasting of Joseph Magnus, I think, because I quoted it to somebody the other day for $10, $11.
Yeah. So don't let the prices not let you try the liquor, because you can do a quarter shot and it'd be a quarter of the price.
Yep.
So, G, are you ready for your Q&A?
Here we go, Q&A, 30-second time.
Oh, Lord. Okay.
Yeah. So if you're getting ready to go out on and do your, because we know that you do your singing.
Yeah.
If you're getting ready to do your mic night,
Yeah.
which drink would you pick? So mind you, the next two questions, you cannot refer back to that drink.
Out of these drinks.
I can't pick any of these?
No, you can.
Yeah, you gotta pick
These
one.
are your
Well, these are all
choices.
new to me. Oh,
Right. So you're ranking.
okay.
But it can give you an idea of what try that thing. So you're ready to do your mic night. Which one is yours? And you're going to eliminate it.
Oh, no. Mike night, I'll probably do, let's do 12 Mile Limit for Mike night. Because when you're singing, especially out here and you're just being silly and stuff, but when you're singing, you have to have a clear, like, the back of your throat, and you have to be able to sing. And this has not got a lot of sugar in it. And when you have a lot of sugary drinks, it kind of coats the throat and it makes it kind of hard to sing. This one's more of a tart drink, so typically I would go for, if it were me and I were drinking what I normally drink, I would do more of a dirty martini, which is just vodka, vermouth, and olive brine. That's very straightforward, very spirit forward. And this is kind of a more spirit forward tart drink to me. And I feel like I would be able to do better when I sing and hang out with my friends up here during open mic. So I would probably pick this one, the 12 Mile Limit.
So you're ready to do a show, which one you gonna go with?
Oh, man. I was about to do a show. I would probably go with the Artist Special. It's my favorite out of the three. It's the strongest. And I love my bourbon, so I love it. So I would probably go with the Artist Special with that.
All right, one of the more popular questions on the show is, it's date night. You and Mr. Blair, you're ready to go out, you're getting ready. Which one you gonna go for? You got two left.
This one,
Give it a name.
the Artist Special.
Okay.
This one, I don't know. It's got a lot of flavors. It's complex. It is definitely high proof. So If I'm going out with my lovely husband, I would want to feel as though I'm getting ready and I'm getting pre-gamed and I'm ready to go out. And I'm not one of those people that wants to constantly be sipping on something. If I'm going to a bar with my husband, typically I'm going dancing or going out to do something other than just sit. And I don't like to constantly sip. I would rather get a good buzz going and then go dance, go sing, go talk, go, I'm more of a go whenever I go out. So with this being a more high proof, I feel like I can drink 1 or 2 of these and be good and kind of coast to the night and just have a good buzz, and not have to constantly have a drink in my hand. Like my husband's a beer drinker. He wants to sit there and he wants to sip all night long, and I'm like, that makes me bloated. That I don't like the feeling of having a full stomach of drink. And I picked this one probably because it kind of gets you there with 1 or 2, and you feel good kind of throughout the night. You don't have to get any more, and I'm okay with that.
So, on the first date night, which one you gonna drink while you get your clothes on?
Probably the Washington Rebel, because that one is so tart. I be making faces all night every time I take a sip of it. Might ruin the day. She might run away from me.
Alright, last question. We're gonna close this up. It won't be a direct question. The last drink that you have not chosen, tell me what situation you drink. So it's on you.
Me?
Yeah.
The Washington Apple to me is very casual, maybe brunch, like going to hang out with the girls. It's not very high proof to me. I don't think. I'm sure it is, but it's got the meringue on top. It's more of a dessert drink to me. It's sweeter. It's got the meringue. So I feel like it would be an after dinner or a brunch, kind of just like chill hangout. You have 1 drink, you go home, you hang out with the girls. I don't prefer that. It'd be like a one and done for me.
So you got 1 drink left for you.
For a show. If I have to feature it on the show again, I will. But it wouldn't be one of my go-tos. It's the tartness of it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's pretty tart.
So
but if he, I wonder if he ups it though. Like if he put a higher proof in it, I want to be cut some of that tartness.
Maybe.
So see your favorite drink, which one?
Artist special.
Same, all the special.
Alright. There's Q&A.
Where we at the time, G? So, would you try these drinks again? Would you walk in here?
Yeah.
And order these drinks?
That's just how I am. I'm always one. I'm open to trying anything. There's not much of anything that anybody could be like, hey, try this, but I'm not going to give it a go.
Right.
For example, Chris offered one he made up the other day where there's a traditional drink called The Last Word. That's got, I think it's a gin-based drink with green chartreuse in it. It's a very old traditional cocktail, but he changed it up and he made it with actually a mezcal tequila. I love tequila, but I'm not the biggest mezcal smoky.
Yes.
I don't love a mezcal.
Some of them right.
But Art, my friend, he said, hey, Art, Chris just made this for me, give it a go. And I tried it and it was a really good drink. Would I order it again? Probably not. But it was good. And I feel as though it's very important to try things that are out of your comfort zone for you to go, yeah, I like this part of it, but I don't like this part of it. So yeah, any of these I would try again.
What's up?
Yeah, I'm very open to that though.
These two, the 12 mile limit, the Washington Rebel, I would do. It would be shows only. But I would come in here and order the special.
Absolutely.
So we've did our job. You are open to bourbon.
Yeah.
You are open to bourbon drinks. I can't take the credit for it because you was already open before you did this show. But I like it. Women needs to do more bourbon.
Yeah.
It's more out there than vodka and
this is still new to me too.
Yeah. And you
being
still got so much
with
you can
Chris
do.
and Anthony, they've really helped me kind of broaden my horizons a little bit. So
thank you for taking the time being on the show.
Of course.
Would you do another one with us?
Sure, absolutely.
All right, so let us know when you're free. I'm Stone.
I'm Sid.
Thank y'all for tuning in.